Hello, Cantlin Golem tubers, and welcome back to Let's Build a Golem. Play Dragon Quest III. I don't know, maybe we'll end up building a golem. We're probably traveled back in time, and, you know, we're revisiting some of these areas from previous games as, you know, whatever it is. Anyway, you know, welcome back. We're in Cantlin, or Mercado as the name probably is. And, you know, they've got a cool wall and some weird dead ends here. Well, weird dead ends with treasures, okay. Anyway, last episode I brutally left you on a cliffhanger without actually exploring the town, so I do apologize. But thanks for coming back the next day. Or if you're watching this later on and they're all in the playlist, you don't have to worry about anything. You can just watch this for days. Never sleep, just listen to BlueAnkylo all day long, all night long. Me? Oh, my name is Garen. I'm a wandering bard. An instrument? Oh, I'm really good with a harp, but I left mine back home. The tone of the shiny harp, the silver harp, can be a bit dangerous, though. So, yeah, you can use the silver harp to summon enemies, right? We already learned all that. We picked up his harp early on in our Alefgard tour. Just throw all this garbage in the bag. Any other treasures here? Okay, good job, fella. Keep finding us all the loot. So there's a lot of shops here in Cantlin, but they all seem to be shut down. It's kind of weird. Oh, I'll die regardless. There's no point in working hard. I was born in such a dark world. I hate this life. You look tough. I bet you could kill the Archfiend. Oh, never mind. Everyone in this town is depressed. Here, have a ticket. And a party dress. That's like 9,000 gold right there. I'm surprised at how many party dresses are just in the world. I'm working on creating a monster by means of magic. It's going to be enormous. That way it can protect the town. I'm going to name it Golem, which is a really boring name, but that's what I'll call it. Okay, let's get a whole bunch of books that we'll never use. How to be kind. Psh. How to be a lady. Might be interesting. Smart book. Ain't got time for smarts. Hero guide. There you go. If you want to permanently be the hero personality, you can do it. So, you know how I have been keeping this hero ring equipped all the time? It gives me a little bit of attack, but it gives me a personality that gives me a ton of attack. It's called Valiant in this translation. I'm pretty sure I could just read the book and that would permanently be my personality. So then, like, I could, for instance, we could make Fella a hero now, and then as a valiant thief, he would gain, hopefully, more strength? Maybe? I'm not exactly sure how it works. You know what? Well, the other thing is... I'm thinking. What, Let me just move this over for a second. How much value? Okay, so see, like, his agility is getting pretty high. This ring is slowly losing its advantage on Fella. 82 agility is still awesome, don't get me wrong. But I could get a bunch of agility, and he would still have more than me. Like, I could double my personal agility, gain half of that in defense. That's, you know, an extra 72. So that's actually 36 defense for blue. Fella would lose 40 defense, so it's not a great trade right now. But, you know, we're getting pretty close, so he's going to want a new accessory at some point. Although I should have actually gave it back to him. He needs basically like 20 or 30 more agility before I'm like, you know what, you don't need the meteorite bracer anymore. So we'll think about that. Oh, look, an old man in a puddle of lava, basically. Ooh, treasure. Fella's sniffing the treasure out. He found a free wizard ring. That's nice. Well, once we get to Zoma's castle, which is for real the final dungeon, except for any post-content super dungeons, which may or may not exist, then we might want to use more wizard rings. If you want to go to Zoma's castle, you should visit the old man in the shrine. Now, the guy south of this weird gardens... It is Cantlin Gardens, technically. in Dragon Quest 1, if I remember correctly, he was the guy that told us where to find... oh boy, we got all messed up here. Don't take overworld tile damage or it messes everything up. This was essentially the guy who told us about where to get Erdrick's token. You must head to the Shrine of Honor. There you'll find the Sunstone, Rain Staff, and Holy Crest. So, Holy Crest might be renamed in the future. These will get you to the island that Zoma's castle resides on. Now, I feel like he missed this up. The Shrine of Honor we have been to. That's the one with the old man on the island in the southeast. I don't think we will find those items there. I think we need to bring those items there. And then you can go to the island, you can get to Zoma's castle. I feel like that might be a small translation foible. But maybe I'm misunderstanding. I don't know. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. How much treasure's left? 1 left. Okay, fella. Good job, fella. You just found some more Pachisi tickets. People just throw these things away. They know they're wasted. So, I'm still considering using the Hero's Book on one of Blue or Fella, because then we don't need to equip the Hero Ring, or we don't have to be lewd anymore. I think, like, Fella probably likes being lewd, from what I understand. But it's a pretty good personality for him, in terms of all he really needs is attack power now, and he's got lots of HP and agility already, so... Ladylike, unfortunately there's like 20 or 30 personalities. I definitely don't remember all of them. I only remember the ones I've looked up and thought about, so... A lot of them are just not very good, so you can forget about probably most of the personalities. Things like Sexy and Valiant and those are kind of special. Smart is particularly good for wisdom and intelligence growth. But for late game, like once you've got enough growth of your wisdoms and stamina, maybe it's a good idea to start turning to strength or luck for status protection, just for the last, final area, maybe. I don't know. I'm just throwing ideas out there. So it appears that like half the people in Cantlin have just given up and fallen asleep. Yeah, there you go, finally. The people have stopped working to despair and fear of the Archfiend. Also, there's no sun here, so you'd get no regular sleep cycles. Like, it would really throw you off, I think. Like, in a world with no light ever, how would you stay, like... How would you know when to sleep? They don't have clocks. I guess there's no weapon shop here at all. What a sham. In Dragon Quest 1, this town has like 3 weapon shops. Anyway, before we leave Cantlin, I know you guys were all really excited last episode to go to the monster arena, and I didn't show it off. So I apologize. Ouch! Oh, yeah! Yikes! Oh, Dad, where are you? I feel so anxious. Oh yeah, fella, is there anything down here? No, I don't think there's usually any treasure in casinos. Not in this game. Maybe if you're playing Pokemon. I can't gamble because my mom would kill me. Let's gamble. Don't tell my mom. What do you want to bet on, guys? We could win lots of gold. It costs us $340. Papa Blue needs a new shiny pair of shoes. Well, we've got Magicians and Almirages. Let's go for the Almirage, who knows? Sounds like the more interesting choice anyway. Alright, monsters, win me some money. Let me bankrupt these poor fools in Cantlin. Oh, it's the Horned Rabbit. And it's dead. No. So it looks like they all do a similar amount of damage. Well, ooh, the Almirage can put things to sleep. That's cool. Yes! Yes! Bunny! Kill him! No, don't let him kill you. Kill him so I can win all the money. Yes! Blue is the best gambler in the world. Almirage wins. We get as much money as you win in one battle. Pretty much. Half as much as fighting some goldmen. And twice as much time. Alright, it was fun. Unfortunately, you can't choose your bet. If I could just bet 10,000 gold and then reload if I lose, then it would have been way better. Alright, anyway, as my voice breaks. Cantlin done, and no shops there, so kind of disappointing. pretty much possibly no reason to go to Cantlin. I'm not sure if they actually gave us any really information or direction at all. Anyway, we're gonna super speed it because I've been, maybe you guys are watching a new episode, but for me, I've been recording Alfgard's world tour for a while now, and I kind of just want to get to the end of the world tour, past all the random battles. So I can either focus on grinding off camera, if I need to, or, hey, a strength seed, that's nice. I can either focus on grinding, like I want to do. I don't, I'm just joking. Or actually go to the next dungeon, which is where we're going to go today, hopefully. And I believe there are... Well, there's 3 caves. There's the Dragon's Cave, the Eastern Mountain, or the Western Mountain Cave, and that one really scary... Remember the place where Erdrick's Tome was in the original, just northwest of Tantegel Castle? That cave seemed super duper scary because we couldn't cast magic and the monsters were pretty strong. So that's kind of like the last place we would ever go. But we definitely have 2 other caves, plus Rubiss's tower. So we have a few dungeons to explore. And we're getting so much experience down here. I think, like, I am probably a little under-leveled, given we killed Baramos pretty quickly on our first try. And the enemies, I wouldn't say are overpowered. It's just the fact that we're gaining levels quick seems to suggest that maybe, our scaling is not quite right, well, that's not what I mean. Rambling here, but suffice to say, if you're scaled properly, I feel like you normally get the levels a little bit slower because your experience requirements go up, so you're... Hopefully you understand what I'm trying to say, Either that or I've lost you and I don't even know what I'm trying to say anymore. One thing I would like to see while we're over here, this section of Alfgard in Dragon Quest 1 and maybe 2, I think this area had metal slimes, so I'm kind of hoping we might find some. Also, Holly, great level up. Not so much for those stats, but you learn the Chaos spell. Probably not one I'm going to be terribly enthused to use. I think it just... Well, it might make an enemy attack one of their friends, maybe. Let's read what it says. Confusion. It's just confusion. I guess we should test it out at least once to see, but it's kind of status effect I wouldn't put a lot of bank on. Stone Man is confused. Maybe it's going to be awesome. Well, he's dead anyway before he can do anything. That's the problem. Finally get it to work and don't even give it a chance. Alright, welcome to Snes. It's still a real town. It didn't get burned to the ground yet. There are 4 chests here. Welcome to the desert town of Domdora. It's supposed to be Snes, but Domdora is okay. It's a cool name. It just keeps getting colder out here without the sun. Well, you were in a desert, so what are you complaining about? I'm on a trip in search of orichalcum. I heard that I could find some here. Weapon shop. Tight bikinis. So if you ever want to have a fancy custom sprite, you could buy that. Heal shield. That would be nice. Frostblade. Wow. Unfortunately, the Frostblade is a little bit worse than the Bastard Sword. So I guess you were supposed to come here before you went to Cantlin. A little bit closer to Tantegel. Do I buy the heal shield? I'm pretty sure this casts heal more, just like the Sage's Staff. And everyone else has a Sage's Staff except Blue. Costs the same amount of money as the Sage's Staff, so that's nice. I mean, I'm sure I'll find a better shield, but then I will always have a way to cast heal more for free. I don't need to buy a Sage's Staff for myself. And it is an upgrade for the moment, which is... it's good. I feel like a little bit more defense on Blue would be nice. Now, I did just drop off my breath damage protection. Like, Dragon Shield is good. But we'll take a little bit more damage from breath attacks, and I'll have a bit more defense and heal more for free. So, win some, lose some. I feel like, honestly, for the most part, if you have to trade... I think it's actually 33% reduction in breath and magic damage versus almost any number of defense points. The magic and breath protection is pretty much always better, actually. So, I know I haven't been, like, following that rule very well, because I've been buying armor with more defense and throwing the magic protection away, but honestly, it's very rare that a little bit more physical defense would be stronger than the magic defense. My name is Lena. I was once a popular dancer in Ashlaham. I ran away because those disgusting guests kept touching me. I wonder if the troop's okay. If you meet the leaders, say hello. I feel like, realistically, we could probably return these people to the overworld if they wanted. Like, we can return with a teleport spell anytime we want. So couldn't we just bring a couple people back if they really miss their family? Like, it's not that hard. I'm trying to pick a name for my child. How about Samson? No, that's no good. I'm going to have a baby. My husband is spending all of his time trying to find a name. They got a pass. I stole their pacifier, man. I am the worst. Accessory. I don't even know what you can do with it. Blue used the pacifier. Everyone laughed at him. Okay, bunny ears are going to be jester, probably female jester only. So we can probably just sell those because we're not going to make another jester this. Why would you keep a jester this late in the game? Also, shouldn't there be an item right here? Somewhere around here. Where's my Erdrick's armor? I want my legendary armor. I know. It's not actually here. Apparently we can just go down this way. It's a big town. If you go out of town, south, cross a bridge, east, you'll get to Cantlin. It's got a wall. This is a really big town. Wow. Oxus was always so small in the other games because, well, I mean, it got burned down. Unless the Master Archfiend Zoma is defeated, they shall never revisit this land. Item shop. Go, go, go. You can just buy brave books. So anyone that wants to be brave can be brave. I told you we could probably buy most of the personalities if we really cared later. He won't even sell us weapons? Is that an elf? We'll never know now. Maybe some of the elves ran away because they didn't like their leadership. Check out these houses first. Desert houses. Next door lives an old man who sneezes a lot. Achoo! Who's been spreading rumors about... There's a bit of a... If you're not familiar, there's a... I don't know what it's called exactly, but... It's a thing where people think that sneezing... You get a sneezing fit when someone mentions your name when you're not present, kind of thing. I don't know where that started or who came up with it. There's another world above us where the light orb exists. Would it be possible to bring it down here? Well, have I got a surprise for you, mister? Oh yeah, we've talked to this guy. Thanks, dude. These guys have such a cool town. Oh, I saw that. So what do you think we'll find in the horse stable place, whatever. The horse place. The horses had the orichalcum? What? Say what? Say nay. I don't know why the horses had the orichalcum, honestly. I mean, it's cool. We got some. I don't know why, but it's fine. Alright, we're getting lots of mini medals. I'm just going to throw the orichalcum in the bag for now. I'm pretty sure we need the pieces of the Sword of Light and the orichalcum to fix it. I saw something shiny in that bush where the horses are. Well, at least she tells you to go check it out. That's nice. Oops. Nothing by the well? I might have got all the treasure, actually. Alright. So even if you didn't have a thief, you have at least some reason to go check the horse's pen. Alright, we got ourselves a well with the weird man. Oh, it's almost dried up. We might be invaded and destroyed before we run out of water. I wonder if that's what's going to happen. Mini medals for days, everybody. Mini medals for days. Alright, I think we've cleaned this town out. We got its orichalcum. We got mini medals. We visited the shop. I guess we could sell the bunny ears just to get rid of them. I feel like I'm kind of filling up my bag too much once again. Let me sort it at the very least. How's the bag looking anyway? We've got some basic healing items, 18 mini medals. Once I get to 20, well, I could probably go back and get a new item anytime, but 20 would definitely get me 2 items. We got our key items. We got a bunch of wizard rings, key items. We got a sage item. All the keys. We got tons of tickets and maps. All of the different personality books. Why not? Poison dagger, assassin's dagger, probably not needed anymore. Maybe. Free firebane, probably could just sell it. Cursed sword, should definitely sell it. Should definitely sell it. Should definitely sell it. Cursed. It's kind of a bad personality ring. Golden beak might be something to sell. A lot of these are just accessories that change your status, which I'll probably never use. So, okay. Not bad. There's a lot of junk in our inventory. Don't get me wrong. I'm going to sell off anything that seems valuable to make some money, because, well, the bunny ears aren't even really worth much, honestly. I don't know what the pacifier is for, if anything. I could sell the water dress for now to try to make money, but I think it's better to hold on to it. So what did I say I was going to sell? At some point, I might just sell all my books, except for books that I think would be potentially useful. I was thinking about selling these, but they're not even worth very much money. That's probably why I never sold them. I'm going to sell some of this garbage because it's totally useless, and I don't know how it got into the bag. It must have just been like, your inventory's full, here, throw this in the bag kind of stuff. Because normally, I think I would throw these on the ground, because I know they're not worth anything. And that might be good enough for now. Yeah, that's fine for now. Okay. It's cool. I'm not terribly worried, but... So, I think, honestly, although there are probably 2 caves we could check out, I think I would like to go to Rubiss' tower next. That seems to be where people are telling me to go. And we can just sort of teleport right next to it anyway. And although it might be a little bit of a dangerous dungeon, I don't know. That seems to be a good idea, right? Like, let's rescue the goddess, get some gear, and then we'll check out some of the minor caves afterwards. Even if the caves might be a little bit easier. At least we did all the towns first. We found the Pachisi board. We got some better weapons and armor for a couple people. Here's the boat. And at least we can cast magic in Rubiss' tower. And more importantly, we've got the fairy flute. If you don't have the fairy flute, I'm pretty sure you can't complete the dungeon. So that would be very silly. And let's just speed this up a little. Wham bam, thank you ma'am, we're there. Alright. So, I don't know how long this... I don't think this was a super long dungeon, but we'll find out. We are on Rubiss' tower, floor 1. I know we stopped here for a second earlier, but... Now we're gonna, for real, check it out. We've had some villagers suggest that there might be some legendary equipment here. And I'm trying not to have to buy too much random armor for blue. We're already spending all of our money. Okay, so wing demons, I think we were fighting outside. Just trying to see, just to gauge how tough they are. They look like they're not really that strong. So let's just speed through... Oh, I didn't mean to speed through that. I mean, we could super speed the whole dungeon if you really wanted, but... Leona. Have we fought one of these guys before, is the question. Snowstorm. Ooh. Well, Holly's the only one that has magic protection, right? Should have left that water dress on. Just want to check. Maybe this is the kind of place. I don't remember how puzzly this dungeon is. I'm not sure if it's got puzzle. Ooh, if we got like 3 snowstorms here, we'd be dead. We don't have any kind of spell to protect from ice magic. Well, seeing as they use snow magic, maybe we should use fire magic or something on them. Or stop spell. Stop spell would probably be smart. Assuming we could cast it before they got a turn. Where's my stop spell? There's so many spells I can't see it anymore. I'm sure Holly knows. It's because the cursor's on it. Ooh. Ooh, baby. At least it didn't cast twice in a row. It did not work on any of them. Classy status effects. The one time you'd really want the ability to stop your party from getting wiped out by snowstorms. And it doesn't work. So damage it is. Alright. Let's just heal up everybody a whole bunch. We're going to want to stay pretty close to max on HP because clearly if we get ambushed by a bunch of snowstorm spamming lion monsters, we're going to have a bad day. If you have the fairy flute, then you should go to the 5th floor and use it. Thanks, old man. At least someone's trying to help us out. Also, how is he strong enough to survive all these terrible monsters? Classic NPC in a difficult dungeon. Oh, look, metables. Well, unfortunately, we have to focus down the... yeah. This is a rough encounter for fighting a metable, even at the best of the time. Is me saying metable bothering you? It bothers me, that's why I say it. But yeah, no, metal slimes in that encounter is pretty rough, because... you have to kill the snowstorm casting monsters first. You know, once again, I can't focus on the metable, so it just needs to stay around for a very long time, or else we die, basically. Now, this time, Daubry and Holly could attack it at least, but it's way too late. This is probably the dungeon where having access to the Falcon Swords might be cool, because at least we'd have a chance for... you know, once we killed all the magician monsters, we could try out, we could try the Falcon Blade on the metal slimes. If you think it through, you'll be able to move it across, you'll be able to make it across the moving floor. Only a true hero can make it, though. Seemed to be a whole lot of treasure here. Alright, Voodoo, actually, we haven't fought these guys yet, let's take it slow. Blazemore. Stealing MP, or at least breaking NP, one or the other. Alright. Blazemore hurts, but it's nowhere near as bad as that Snow Blast. Okay, so this is probably the way up. I mean, clearly it's a staircase, it took me up. There's 8 chests, so before we commit to floor 2, let's try to clear out floor 1. Let's be thorough, guys. The old man told me there was 5 floors, though. That scares me. This dungeon might take a little longer than I would like. Looks like the trick to not dying to those guys is for BlueAnkylo to do more damage. Fella. I know Lude is a pretty awesome, personality. I think it's time for you to be a hero, baby. Heroic deeds are the root of all that is power. Fella suddenly begins to act more valiant. I'm pretty sure we can turn him Lude again if we really want to. But I think this is going to boost up his damage a bit. It sucks. This sucks. Alright, max damage, please. Bella, bring him whip. Max damage, please. Daubry. Basically, BlueAnkylo are probably going to go first. And if the Mimic survives, it'll probably kill somebody. But at least next turn, BlueAnkylo will be able to kill it. So it's going to get one attack, probably no matter what. But seeing as Dobry didn't die... Oh, there we go. We actually got buy kill on Blue before the Mimic could kill him. That was nice. Alright, well... So far, we're off to a great start on this dungeon. One Mimic, and we didn't die. Don't let me forget the Flamerang's awesome. Alright. The speed through these fights. So I'm going to be most interested in Fella getting his next level up. To see if switching his personality gives him a big shift in stats or something. Because I really... Hey, look! I was just talking about you getting a level up. So 7 HP, 5 MP... Average stat gains, though. Yeah, I don't really know... I wonder if the personalities only affect your average gains on each level up. So it says, like, Valiant gives you plus 40% strength. Is that just whatever your strength gain for the level was be plus 40%? That's kind of what I'm starting to think. But I don't really know. I'm still trying to piece it together. Blue got a massive level, though. 12 HP, 6 MP, and real good stats. And Vivify. We've got 3 characters with Vivify. Pretty good. Definitely need to heal my people up a little bit. Probably should have cast Heal More, or sort of Heal All. It would be really nice if my sages learned Heal All soon, because it would actually be much more MP efficient. When we've got 300 HP and we're healing most of it. Oh, these tiles. Okay. So I think the way to remember how these tiles work is to look at them as triangles, with the white being the triangle pointing the direction you will go. So, for instance, if we stand here... Oh, no, I was completely wrong. So the way these work, I was completely wrong. They rotate your D-pad. It's hard to explain because I'm the one pressing the controls. If I press right, I will move down. And now that they're flipped, now right will go up. So if I always press right here, it will up, down, because one rotates your directions clockwise and one rotates your directions counterclockwise. That's the trick for those, and it's a bit wonky. I mean, it's not wonky, it's just... it takes a minute to sort of figure out. Alright, so we're gonna have some... This is definitely the puzzle dungeon, that's for sure. Okay, so... we can step onto it. These are rotated right, so pressing up? Yeah. Okay. Let's just finish exploring before we worry about stairs. Okay, that's where we started this floor. Okay, so we're going to check from the middle. Okay. This is where it gets complicated, trying to go up or down here. So, this is rotated. So we want to press right, right. And then this is rotated the other way. So, to go down, we press left. Yeah. Alright. Now, to be fair, you could just cast Step Guard and avoid the puzzles. But that would be lame. Why would you do that, guys? Don't skip the puzzles. Now, I don't know... The Benevolent Ring kind of has the name that make you think that it's a stronger weapon, or a stronger accessory than it probably is. I'm assuming it's just a random personality that's okay. But maybe Benevolent is a really good personality. I don't know. Dobry, some HP, a ton of MP, some average stats, Chaos End, multi-target death. Defeat is mass beat. Hey, a vanilla Flamerang. You don't have to win it in the Pachisi board or buy it in the Pachisi board. That gives you a bit of an idea that maybe we got that a little bit early. I'm going to start maxing out my HP now because I'm the hero and I say I want more HP. Also, I had 2 of them, so let's get 10 full HP. The next time I get some life nuts, I'll give them to somebody else. Don't worry. So these things apparently give you wisdom. Let's just equip it to see what we get. Just for interest's sake. It makes you kindly. I guess that's a good benevolent kind of name. Alright, so we've got an extra flamerang. Unfortunately, the sages can't equip it. And I don't really care about kindly right now. Okay, let's work our way up. Okay, so last time I pressed down, left to go down, so right to go up, and then the other way. Alright. It's a mimic? Fella, you should have known. Alright, well, I'm just gonna gamble and not mess around with, I'm not gonna mess around with changing weapons. So if we're lucky and everyone goes before the mimic, we can just wipe it out with by-kill. That was pretty nice. I'm still a little bit annoyed that we don't actually get any reward for killing mimics. I think in later Dragon Quests, they tend to also give you something good, like whatever was in the chest is kind of just guarded by the mimic. You still get an item rather than getting nothing. But it's fine. I think that might put us at enough mini medals to get a prize, 2 prizes. So probably once we're done this tower, we should probably go. Back to Alihan and get some cool items. All right, fella. Floor 3. How long? We've been playing for what, 36 minutes or 26 minutes? Whatever. We're just gonna do all of Rubiss' tower in one fell swoop. Why not? Oops, not the spell I meant to cast. Fella, tell me all about... I keep casting the wrong spell. There are 2 treasures. Thank you, fella. You go to floor 4. This looks like a place where you fall down to your death. Oh no! Torture Lords! You know what? I'm gonna focus down the Magi Wyverns. And we are gonna by-kill it up. Because I have a feeling the Torture Lords have too much defense. But now it shouldn't matter how much defense they have. Because, yeah, look at this. They're gonna be immune to magic. There's no way we're getting out of that. Here we go. Blue wipes them out. Alright, I have a hunch that Daubry and Holly can finish off one Magic Wyvern that's almost did. Yeah, no problem. Alright. Now we're getting burned to death by these things. Yeah, we just cut right through them like nothing. By-kill for the win. Also, Holly, levels 28. HP good, MP good, average stats, defeat. I mean, not us defeat. She learns how to defeat enemies. A Pachisi ticket on someone's corpse. Alright, so there's one random item on this death pit. There should be one more item somewhere. Little push blocks, and probably a mimic. Nope, just a medal. Okay. Well, no reason not to go back to Alihan. We can definitely get 2 prizes. I think that puts us at about 90? 100 is the final prize that I don't even really need, so... Oh, one of these. So which direction is this rotated? Left is clockwise? No. Left is counterclockwise. What? Well, what's the point of that? Alright. I have a feeling you probably fall down there from a trap or something, so... The good news is now I know how to escape the trap. The bad news is I should have healed up before we fought Deadly Leonas. But we're fine. Oh yeah, I forgot to re-equip somebody, didn't I? I mean, the Gringham Whip is still multi-target. It's just not, it's not the same. But yeah, look at that efficiency. 1 casting of Heal All would be about the same as like 3 castings of Heal More in that situation. So, very efficient use of MP. And, you know, the life ring is sort of protecting our sages for the moment, so let's just let it heal them. I mean, protecting in terms of healing them up while we wander. Alright, so we're getting closer to the top now. 1 chest on this floor. And we got all the treasure on the last floor. Floor 5 is probably the final floor, so the trick is just to clear this one. Which will require... Ooh, we want to get that chest. So, right, I see. We have to remember which rotation. So the left arrow is rotated, I just said it a minute ago, counterclockwise. We're about to find out. Actually, no, I can test it. If I press left or right, I'll go up or down. If I press up or down, I'll go left or right. So I can't actually fall off as long as I remember that it's rotated 1 spot counterclockwise. Like, there should be... I'll either go left or right. Right? Right? I mean left? Easy. Light armor, get! Well, that should be good. So that will give Blue some proper defense. I never had to buy him the garbage armor. That's almost as good, but not actually light armor. Light armor, does this... Is it as good as Erdrick's armor? Let me see. So... Oh, I'm at full health because I just heal all, of course. But, it might regenerate. I'm pretty much 100% sure that it does provide breath and magic defense as a combo. So it'll take, I'm pretty sure, 25% less, or 66% total damage. And then I just press down while I'm not paying attention. I'm pretty sure it'll provide, you know, all the breath and magic protection of, like, the water robe and the light dress. But I'm not sure if it provides regeneration on walking. Like Erdrick's armor also gave you immunity to stop spell in the original game. Dobry just got murdered. What a sham. Alright, well the good news is we've got 2 other people who can vivify now, so... Now, we haven't failed it yet, but I'm pretty sure it's a 50-50 chance every time you cast that spell, so... Don't think that just because you've got Vivify, you're 100% protected from people dying. Like, you'll still lose characters if you're not careful. So how do I get to the 5th floor? Was there a place I was supposed to drop down? It might have been a drop down from the left side, after, like, left of the light armor. Certainly don't see any, we could drop down here. I'm not a huge fan of drop-down puzzles. Well, no, I mean, I'm a fan. I just, they cause a lot of random routing problems. I don't think this would do it. I was thinking there might be a room to the left of this room, but clearly that was not it. So what am I missing? There's got to be another... There's got to be another staircase up. Either a second way to get to the 4th floor, or just a staircase that we haven't seen on the 4th floor. Because I can't really get to the north side here either. Unless there's an invisible bridge. That would be really weird, because there's no hint of it at all. We could hop down here. That should take us to the entrance, though, I betcha. Let's see if we can kill Torture Lords without... You know what? They don't have as much defense as I thought they would. You know, remember when I used to fight them, those kinds of enemies back on the main world and the ocean? And they always gave me a bad time? Not so bad anymore. So it's definitely the north side of the 4th floor that we're not able to get to. So, did I just miss a staircase somewhere? I feel like that far section of the 3rd floor... Okay, also, pay attention. Blue is at 253. I want to see if my HP does regenerate while we walk. Blue 253. Blue 253. Looking for stairs that I just blanked out of. Blue 293. So we have 3 characters that regenerate as they walk now. Isn't that awesome? You know, to be honest, it's possible the light dress also regenerates. I don't think it does. I mean, light armor, so maybe light armor, light dress. So, like, Holly could have 2 regeneration items on. Possibly. It feels like this should be where the treasure is. Like, this should be where the staircase is, right? Like, the top right seems clearly to be the place to go. Well, let me just save it and then fall off. Does this get me somewhere? Yes! This is where we hadn't been. There's one way there. So this is probably, this is what, the first floor? Yeah, first floor at the back where we never got to the back of the first floor, which I just totally noticed, clearly. I think we're going to throw some booms and some ice out on this one. That's a lot of enemies. And then, of course, it gets... Well, actually, it won't get bounced. By the time we cast magic, it won't do anything. It seriously didn't even hit the winged demon. We've done 2 damage, and then it runs away. I was getting my hype up there. Now, we have killed 1 liquid metal slime before, but it's always nice to get more. Okay, rotating. Just always press up or down, and you can't fail. You just have to remember, like, for those, as long as you remember that it's rotated 90 degrees, it doesn't even matter which way it's rotated, as long as you don't press the normal direction you'd press, you're not going to lose, like, you're not going to fall off. I don't know how to explain it other than, like, there is a way to logic it out, even if you don't remember clockwise versus counterclockwise. You just have to remember rotated 90. Anyway, this should be it. A little bit of a long dungeon, but still, I think we made pretty good time. I'm assuming the 5th floor is the final floor. We'll just speed through some magic wyverns here. I feel bad for Fella, who's the only character that doesn't regenerate as he walks, but it's okay. I think he'll forgive me. He gets some pretty awesome stuff. Maybe murdered by ice magic. Fella, I'll tell you what. I'll give you some heal all, seeing as you don't regenerate. Yeah, I definitely like the regenerating items for big, long, difficult dungeons. For a boss fight, I'd be smart to switch out the life ring for something else. But at least for long dungeons, it seems like that's about the right way to do it. Blue looks at the statue. It appears to be a statue of a beautiful goddess. Well, you know what to do, kids. The people in Cole told us to use the fairy flute to break the curse. Them Super Nintendo graphics. Huzzah! We freed a goddess! Ah, it's a dream come true. You've saved me. I am Rubiss, creator of Alefgard. To show my gratitude, I'll give you the sacred talisman. Please use that item to reach and defeat Zoma. I will be eternally grateful when peace is restored. It didn't even say you got the thing. We got the thing! It does give you, luck. You can actually equip it in this game. That's cool. It doesn't change your status. So solitary is our default status. It, gives you bunch of luck. It's kind of neat. I might have to check to see if it does any secondary effects, but yeah. Okay, so all we really got item-wise was the best armor in the game, but still, that was good. It saved us some money. I don't think anyone else can equip that, so we'll probably end up selling it, to be honest. I might look up a few items between episodes, because I kind of want to see what... Let's see, there's a couple items I don't know what they do exactly. Pacifier might do something. There's a lot of personalities to think about. There's things to buy, places to go, people to see. Anyway, let's get out of here and go rest at the inn quick. So I think the next place I will go, next episode, is probably the Dragon's Cave south of Cole. Because in the original game, it was not a very long dungeon, so maybe it won't be that long for us. Also, technically, we have the Orichalcum. I know this is like becoming a long episode, as always. It's just the name of the Dragon Quest. Dragon Quest is a long game, you know? If I made these episodes 20 minutes per episode, we'd have twice as many episodes, and it would have stretched on twice as long, so... I have a reason for making them go a little bit longer than normal. So let's just go up here, see if this guy has anything to say. Nothing. I sort of remember the trick with that, honestly. I only halfways remember it, but I'm pretty sure... Well, I mean, I don't want to spoil it, but I'm pretty sure you actually have to sell the items to him. And then later on, he will make the weapon. Maybe it is entirely made of Orichalcum. Maybe we could do it right now. Maybe I could have already done this. I'm pretty sure this is what you're supposed to do. But, I mean, I could be wrong. I thought you sold him, like, part of the broken sword. But maybe you're supposed to sell him the Orichalcum. And then, I mean, he won't have it immediately, right? Like, this is one of those come back later sort of moments. Let's leave the town, maybe rest at the inn for a day, and then talk to him one more time. I forget, like, that's why I put a save down. I'm going to check after the episode's over to double check. I have a feeling we might need to also sell him the, whatever the remains of the light sword is, or the king's sword, but... Nope! You just sell him the Orichalcum, and then you buy it back at a slight loss. Cool. Now we got the best sword in the game. Now, as usual, the Flamerang's good for groups, but for bosses like Zoma, we will definitely want to have the King's Sword. We're not even allowed to sell it. So, now we might as well sell the Blade Armor, and we may as well sell... the Thunder Sword. The Thunder Sword does have an in-game spell effect, but I don't think it's as good as whatever the King's Sword does. And to be fair, we could buy still the Thor Sword just for its spell effect, although, if I remember correctly, the King's Sword is pretty good anyway. Like, it's not a problem. There you go. Blue has 318 attack, which I think doubles with Bite Kill. Pretty good for fighting bosses. I just want to, before the end of the episode, I know we're way over time. I just want to, you know, use it. I'm excited. I want to see. The ghouls get a first strike, of course. I want to see what this puppy can do. Get hyped. Here we go. A deafening thunderclap rips through the air. 60 to 80 lightning damage. That's a pretty expensive spell that we don't even know yet. So, I have, right now, Zap, but it only targets one enemy, and it's not that good. That was probably Kazap, or whatever the game calls it, which is generally... the good thing is, for the most part, I believe very, very few enemies are resistant to lightning, so we're not going to see that fail to do anything. I'm just going to try out a couple random items, because, you know, we've got them. I don't think any of these do anything. I'm just experimenting. Did you guys get a chance to read that? I used the icon thing. The sacred talisman. Okay, we're gonna try this again. Oh, I missed it. We're in super slow speed. Hold on. Oh, not slow enough. Okay. Super slow. We're going to be able to read. What did it say? I got trick size. Blue grasped the sacred talisman. Good luck, Blue. I'm always watching over you. I don't think it did anything. Anyway, we tried it out, right? Alright, I think we're pretty much done for today's episode then. You know, we got a cool new armor, a cool new sword. We're surrounded, so we're probably gonna miss anyway, of course, but theoretically, with BlueAnkylo and the light sword, sort of like, or King Sword, I guess it's actually known as, we should be able to do a ridiculous amount of single target damage to certain bosses, like Zoma. Although he is really, really strong, so don't get your hype too high. Just because we've got an amazing sword and BlueAnkylo doesn't mean the final boss is easy. It just means, you know, we have the minimum requirements to possibly kill him. Anyway, I'm pretty excited. I love the end of the game for all these Dragon Quest VI. This sort of final prep for the final dungeon has always been one of my favorite sections in a JRPG. Pretty much any Final Fantasy Dragon Quest type game. Getting all the ultimate gear is definitely one of my favorite parts of any game. It's generally a pretty open world. You kind of go through it however you want, trying to riddle out all the best equipment and then sort of min-max your characters to the best of your abilities. It's always kind of a fun, so I'm having fun. Anyway, thanks for watching as always. I hope you've enjoyed. Thanks for sticking with the series so long. We are very near the end. Maybe 1 or 2 more episodes of sort of prep dungeons. And then next episode, or then after that, we'll head on into Zoma's castle. We still need a couple more quest items. We need a Staff of Rain and a Stone of Sunlight. And we got to put them together and go to the castle. Alright, that's it then. Thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed, and have a great day.